Hello, dear students, and welcome to our English class. My name is Tatyana Butorac, and I will be your teacher today. Today's lesson is for grade 6, and the topic is art. Dear 6th graders, by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to name different types of works of art. You will also be able to describe a painting by using the correct prepositions of place. For today's lesson, you will need a notebook, a pen or a pencil, a computer, a tablet or a smartphone, a strong internet connection, and a QR code reader. Remember that you can pause the video whenever you find it necessary to do so. Take your time while doing the tasks in the lesson. You can work at your own pace. Now let's begin. I try to travel whenever I can. Unfortunately, due to the current situation with the pandemic, traveling for me is not an option at the moment. However, when I do travel, I love visiting museums and galleries. Once, I met a girl on one of my trips. Her name is Mary. Mary is a world traveler. She is a true art buff, and like me, she is keen on going to museums and galleries. On one of her trips, Mary visited the Darling Gallery. This is an old gallery, not very big in size, but there are very many different types of works of art you can see there. Works of art, umjetnička djela. Mary was truly impressed. She saw lovely drawings, crteži. She enjoyed fantastic sculptures, sculpture. She loved the pottery, lončarstvo. However, the paintings were her favorite part in the gallery, umjetničke slike. Now, children, I would like you to pause this video lesson. Copy the following words in your notebooks. Works of art, drawings, sculptures, pottery, paintings. Please write the translation to these words as well. As I already mentioned, Mary was most interested in fine art painting. That is why she started to read about it and study it more. Mary told me that there are 5 categories of fine art painting. The first category is still life painting. It has an arrangement of everyday objects. Still life painting, mrtva priroda. The next category is portrait art. It has a person or a group of people. Portrait art, portrait. Then we have genre painting. It shows scenes of everyday life. Genre painting, žanrovsko slikarstvo. Then there is landscape painting. It has scenery and nature. Landscape painting, pejzažno slikarstvo. Finally, there is history painting, which has religious or historical themes with a moral message. History painting, slikarstvo s religioznom ili povijesnom tematikom. Now, children, I would like you to pause this video lesson. Please copy the 5 categories of fine art painting in your notebooks and copy their definitions as well. Now that you've copied the categories, let's see if you can guess the types of fine art painting. I'm going to show you 5 paintings. Try and guess which category of fine art painting they belong to. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Think for a moment. Take your time. Ready? Let's hear your answers. Number 1 is exactly still life painting. What about number 2? That's right, portrait art. And number three is landscape painting. Excellent. And what about number four? Right again, history painting. And the last one, genre painting. Excellent, children. You did a great job. Now let's revise the vocabulary. Please do this task. You need to follow the link or use your QR code reader. It's a word search. I hope you have fun. While walking through the gallery and looking at the amazing works of art, Mary came across this painting. She simply loved it. Do you like it? I do too. In my opinion, it's really beautiful. When Mary came back to her hotel room, she decided to write about the painting to a friend of hers. It was such a wonderful work of art that she wanted to share her feelings about it. Here is Mary's description. You might not understand some words in the text. A stream means potok. Hay means sieno. Now please read Mary's description. This painting is a landscape. In my opinion, the painting is very powerful because it really shows the hard life on a winter's day. It is very lifelike. It is a bit sad too. The colors are pale and light, but also strong. When you look at the picture, you can actually feel the cold. In the middle of the painting, there is a man riding on a cart with horses. There is hay on the cart. One more person is standing near the cart. In the background, you can see a cloudy gray sky and a forest. On the left side, there is an old house. On the right side, there is a frozen stream. There is ice on the tree branches. In the foreground, I can see a woman carrying water in buckets. In the bottom right-hand corner, there are rocks covered in snow. In the bottom left-hand corner, I can see the frozen icy ground. The artist shows how difficult life can be. Here are the prepositions of place that you can use when describing a painting or a picture. At the top, at the bottom, on the left, on the right, in the top left-hand corner, in the top right-hand corner, in the bottom left-hand corner, in the bottom right-hand corner, in the background, in the foreground, in the center, in the middle of the painting. Of course, Mary did not use all of these prepositions of place. What other prepositions of place did Mary use? Do you remember? That's right, she used near, in, on. Did she use anything else in her description? Exactly. She used there is, there are, and can. Excellent. So here are some more prepositions of place that you can also use. Besides in, on, and near, you can also say by, next to, under, above, opposite. You can say in the middle of the painting there is, or in the middle of the painting there are. You can use in the background I can see. Of course, you don't use this only to describe a painting or a picture. For example, you can describe a room as well. Now, children, here are some writing tips that can come in handy and help you write a description of a painting or a picture. It is important to follow these steps. Number one, first say what type of painting it is. Then, if you know or remember, you can also write some information or facts about the artist. After that, write your opinion about the painting. You can use words such as colorful, lifelike, powerful, romantic, strong. Then write about the colors in the painting or picture. You can use warm, cold, bright, soft, deep, light, pale. After that, write about the composition. Use phrases and prepositions of place. For example, in the foreground, in the background, opposite, near, in the center of, on the left, on the right. And finally, say something about how you feel about the painting. Write about your impressions. Now that you have these useful tips, it's your turn to choose a painting and write a description of it. There are many web pages where you can find different paintings to choose from. Send this description to your teacher, read it to your friend or a family member. Enjoy writing. Dear students, now it's time to see what you have learned. You should be able to see the difference between different fine art paintings. You should be able to use prepositions of place when describing a painting. And you should be able to describe a painting. Put a tick sign next to what you can do and an X sign next to what you cannot do yet. This is the end of today's lesson. I must say you were very hardworking. Until next time, goodbye and take care.